So now welcome back. In the previous video we set up our environment and everything was working properly, but now we are working in React Native. Now let's come here and look at our file system. So in our file system, this folder here contains our node packages. This folder here will contain our assets like images, music, and so forth on. Now this app.js is where we write our main application. So this is where we're going to be writing mainly our main application. Then this app.json will have our different information about our app, like the name of the app, maybe the slug of the app, the orientation of the app using portrait. It will have the icon of the app. The icon of the app will be these icons you have on your application. That will be the image. It should point to it. Now you will have the splash. Now the splash is that initial image that is shown as the app is loading. So then this one will also have our it will point to where that initial image is and other configurations for our application. Now our bubble config file is also here. Now bubble, it is that application that will help to convert our application from JSX to native code. Now our package.json, it will have our dependencies mostly. It will have any dependency that we shall add onto our Expo application will be put here in our packages.json. So that is a brief overlook of our file system here of the Expo. So then we can go to our app.js. We can collapse this bar. So then there are different functions and some different applications and objects in this file. Now you should be, at this point on, you should know JavaScript. You should know some basic understanding of JavaScript, and also you should know some basic understanding of HTML, CSS, and also you should know some basic understanding of React. Now after having this basic understanding of these different softwares, you should be able to understand what's happening here. In this case here, you can know that this is a JavaScript function. Now we are importing our different components. Now this style sheet is not a component, it's an API. Text is a component, view is a component, and then we are importing them from React Native. So these components are the same as, like, if you know how HTML are, the HTML tags, the li tag, and those different tags in HTML, these components are the same. So now we're going to talk about the view component in this case. So the view component, to make the view component, you open your angle bracket and put view. So this is how the view component looks, and then you close it. Now the view component has different props or properties. In React usually they call them as props. So it has the style prop, which will point to our style. It will point to our style. Now the style here that we are pointing to is styles.container. So this styles.container, we have defined it down here. We called our style sheet API, and then from the style sheet API we made the create. The create what? We call the create function. And in the create function we opened up a new object, and in this new object we defined our container, and in the container we defined our different properties or our different styles that we would like. That's why they appear here in our virtual device. So there are different types of view components. For example, if we had removed this align items and justify content, we deleted it and saved it, then you can see where our text is. Our text is here, this Henry. It went up. But if you're on iOS and you would like to solve this problem, you come here on import and you import safe area view. So press a comma. After importing our safe area view, you can highlight this and then use the command Ctrl D, and it will highlight both of them. Then you can now change it to safe, both of them at once, safe area view. Escape. So if you are, the reason why I'm getting an error here is because safe area view, it is not supported in Android. But if you are on iOS, this Henry should now be coming down here. Now later in the tutorial, I will show you how to make this Henry come down. But previously, why that Henry was down, let me press Ctrl Z, is because I had this property in my styles of align items, which aligns it to the center, and also justify content, which justifies it to the center. But I'm going to, in the coming videos, or in the coming, when we go on, I'm going to explain what align items means and what justify content means. So that is now an overview of the Expo or React Native file system, and how some codes are organized. And again, for you to understand most of this, you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React as your basic